I'm Mr. Grindler, and here are my creatures. And welcome back to another episode of Mr. Grindlers Creatures. But on today's episode, I'm not going to be showing you any spiders. I'm just going to be talking on this one. So, you know, say like every 6 to 12 months, I normally do a little video for you guys, just updating you how I am physically, mentally, and some channel updates. Now, I must admit, I'm not the type of person who can just, just openly talk to someone. But when it comes to a camera, just how it is right now, I can just look directly in that camera and I can just talk and talk and talk and talk, and I can share things, and I find it really easy. I'm just used to a camera. If I was in a room full of people, I'd probably have like a breakdown right now, but yeah. So I wanted to go over a couple things today, and well, let's start off with some social media posts. So I've had a couple messages recently, the past couple weeks. I've had like, oh, are you alright? You haven't posted as much as you used to, because I don't know, I've left it like sometimes like 2 weeks, 5 days, a couple days, and to be honest, it's a good spot from some people, I must admit, but there's a couple reasons for it. So I guess it all starts off with being overwhelmed. Recently, the past couple of months, I felt so overwhelmed, it's unreal. I feel like I needed a break, and I've had 2 weeks off recently, and I've pretty much done nothing for it. Just spent a bit of time with the spiders. But I don't know, the past couple of years, to be honest, has been absolutely rubbish. Some of you guys know little bits. I've mentioned it before on previous videos before, and I really don't know how I've managed to keep up with everything that I've done recently. Like, just posting a photo and a reel every day, doing my videos every week. I used to do live streams as well. Just absolutely crazy, and recently I just feel like everything's sort of crumbling down. Everything's falling. Is that the word? I don't know, I just feel like everything's just collapsing around me. So I thought to myself, something needs to change if I'm honest, and not posting my social media posts and my reels, my photos as much as I used to, it really helps if I'm honest. So let me give you like a little example. So I used to come home from work and Charlotte would be like, oh, you alright babe, how was work? And I'd be like, yeah, it was good, how was your day? And she'd be like, yeah, it was good. And then I'd be like, oh, just give me 5 minutes, I'm just going to run upstairs quick, I need to, do my photo and reel. And then I'll be up there for like, could be half an hour, sometimes even 2 hours. It depends how distracted I get. So do you see what's up with that? It's kind of obvious. I'm just coming home and I'm pretty much ignoring the family, if that makes sense. And I'm just rushing to get a reel done and a photo done. And that sort of brings me to my next point. I'm looking back at these photos and reels and I'm thinking to myself, I could do a lot better. A lot better. And I've kept doing it the past couple months, and then, I'll find bits that I'm not happy with. It's the same with videos, if I'm honest. So I sort of just thought to myself, I'm not going to bother anymore. If I'm not happy with a clip, I'm not going to do one. If I can't be bothered to do a clip, I'm not going to do one. I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to make myself overwhelmed. And I want to produce some awesome quality for you guys, because I feel like I've been slacking on that. And I should have listened to a lot of people, if I'm honest. A lot of people said, oh, like look up this, look up to, do this with your camera and do this with some colour grading, and I've just not really looked into it. And I don't think some people actually understand how long these photos and videos take. So let's say, for example, when I do a photo, I use like that box light from time to time, put it down on the table, and then I've got to get the Tarantula inside it. And I don't want to stress it out too much by prodding it, so sometimes I leave it just to relax a little bit. That way I can get that photo, that angle, boom. And then you might give it a little prod, try to get a different angle as well, because while you're there, you might as well get a couple photos. And then you've got to upload it to your laptop or your phone, and then I transfer it over to Adobe Lightroom, and then I edit it up all in there. And that can take some time. You could edit one photo for like an hour, easy. Sometimes it's pretty quick, but an hour, easily, 100%. So that's the photo done for the evening. Hasn't taken too long. And then you go onto the video, and bear in mind I do have quite a lot of clips recorded, but it's not amazing quality, so let's forget about that for now. So I get a tarantula out on the table, in its enclosure, I set the cameras up and stuff like that, and even that takes some time. And then I want to take the feeding clip, and you know, it's not like a 1 minute clip. You could be there for like 20-30 minutes if I'm honest, because you guys know who have tarantulas, if you feed them, you know, they take it down and then you can watch it for ages, does a little happy dance. You want to get them angles. So then once you're done with all of that, again, you've got to transfer it onto your laptop or your phone, and again, that's not quick. And then from there, I used to put it onto KineMaster, but I don't use KineMaster anymore. I cancelled my subscription. I've fully gone over to Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'm learning to do all my reels and that on there. I'm actually really enjoying it. But you got to transfer it onto there. You got to edit it all up. You know, you got to do all the colours to it as well. It's just, it's a really, really long process, a massively long process, and it is a process that I do thoroughly enjoy, but not when I feel like I have to rush it. It's like I've just had 2 weeks off recently, and I didn't even really do much. I just needed a little break, and if I'm honest, I felt like I was going to have a breakdown. There's just so much going on in life right now. Like, I work full time, I've got the kids, I've got friends, I've got family as well, and you know, and then the hobby on top. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore this hobby, and that's not me saying I'm going to stop doing YouTube videos. I'm always going to give you guys content on this channel. But sometimes we all need a little break, just a little recharge moment, and then we can get back on it. Just please remember that your mind and your body is very important. You don't know how long we got left on this planet. You know, we only live once, from what we know. We won't get onto that. So what I'm trying to get at is, I'm not going to be doing these photos and reels every day anymore. You know, it might not be like that forever. I want to record all new clips, and that sort of brings me on to the next topic. So now that I've freed up a bit more time in my life, it's been good. I've been able to use it for, you know, family and for the spiders, because that's the main thing at the end of the day. Family and spiders. And well, you know, the spiders are family. But that means I can now concentrate a bit more on learning to improve on my quality for clips and my photos. And you know, I've been looking up a lot of YouTube videos recently. I've been learning different settings on the camera. So you know, I use Sony cameras. I've got 2 different Sony cameras, and I'm trying to learn the settings on both of them. And it's been really interesting actually, and it's been nice to be able to have that time to actually put into that, because I want you guys to have amazing content on this channel. Like, I've been learning a bit about like the S-Log footage, and then like colour grading as well, and I'm really excited actually. It'll be interesting. I've been doing more stuff outside recently as well. It's like I've only just recently learnt how to use 2 screens on a computer, and it's really simple, and it's amazed me actually, and I probably should have done it a long time ago. But that's going to help me in the future so much. You know, I could have Adobe Premiere Pro up on one, and then I could have like, you know, Adobe After Effects, or you know, even a game on one. So just bear with me for the next couple months, because it's all trial and error at the end of the day, and I just want to be able to achieve some better clips for myself and for you guys. And I'm really excited. I want to push myself. You know, I'm big on believing that not trying to do something is just accepting failure. You know, you have them people that go, oh, you know, I don't want to do this because, you know, I'm just going to fail. What's the point? I might as well not do it. And you need to fail in life to learn from it. And you just keep trying and keep trying. And one day, you're not going to fail. It's important. You need to learn from your mistakes. And over the past couple of years, I've learned a lot. I don't see failure as an option. I don't like to just sit there and waste my time. I like to try and be productive. So the next thing I want to talk about is lives, and this starts with Scott actually. So Scott's Inverts, and I want to say a massive thank you to him, because you know, for those of you that watch my channel for a long time and watch some previous videos where I talk like this, you know that I've had some issues in the past, and I used to do live streams quite a lot, you know, 1 or 2 a week. Used to absolutely love it. It used to be my thing. I used to be really community focused as well. And then because of all the anxiety and panic attacks I had a couple years ago, I just sort of stopped doing all these live streams, and I've always wanted to do them again, but I've been a bit anxious. And even like going, you know, Scott's had me on his streams a couple times where we've had like, you know, live with Mr. Grindlers Creatures, and even then I've been pretty anxious, I can't lie, but after a while I sort of feel alright, and it's been alright. And then I've been on like a couple of his open mic nights as well, and again, it's been really nice. It's been really nice just to talk to some people and get back into some community spirit. And it's the same with like his WhatsApp group. I've spoken to some people in that group. Absolutely amazing. And I just want to say a massive thank you, Scott, honestly. It's like I've done 2 live streams recently, and you know, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been 2 years on the new channel. I haven't even done a live stream on the new channel, and I've done 2 recently. I've just loved it, so thank you guys. And I will be doing more in the future, don't you worry. So the next thing I want to talk about is Charlotte. So I want to say a massive thank you to Charlotte, because she has been a huge help on this channel, and I've really enjoyed having her on here. And it's a big shame actually, because when I look back in the past, I think to myself, you know, me and Craig used to do all the spiders. We used to do all these videos together, and I always used to think she wasn't really that interested in it back then. And it wasn't that she wasn't interested, it was more the fact that I sort of just didn't include her. You know, I'd done all of this with Craig, and anytime she was interested, I just sort of, you know, it wasn't good of me actually, and looking back I can actually see that now. So, you know, when me and Craig stopped doing all the videos together and I started doing them by myself a little bit, it was good. It was a bit lonely, I'm not going to lie. I do miss doing them with Craig, and don't worry, there will be some future collabs. I've already spoken to him. Fingers crossed with Becky as well. But then obviously, now everything's a bit more settled down, and you know, Charlotte's been helping out the past couple of months. And it's made me miss that sort of interaction that I've had with someone while doing videos. I've just really enjoyed it, so I want to say a massive thank you, Charlotte, because you've been a massive asset to this channel. And I can't wait to see what videos we do in the future. It's like even my daughter wants to come on the channel for a bit. She's got a tarantula that she wants to rehouse. It was one of hers that she got from a show. I think she got it from Portsmouth Tarantulas, so you know, me and Charlotte spoken. We're going to let her do a video with us, and it should be quite good fun. You know, in this household everyone loves spiders, and it's really nice actually. Family that's just crazy about them, we're all nutters. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was, I've been making a list recently of, you know, video ideas, and it's quite a big list actually, but I also want to know, what are your guys' ideas? You know, like, drop it down in the comments, because it'd be interesting to read if I'm honest, and I'll be open to some ideas. But I just feel like recently I haven't really given you guys my all. I haven't. Like, the past 2 years I've just been barely scraping by. Like, I used to be really creative, and I just feel like recently I'm not. So that's something I want to improve on. So yeah, if you got any ideas, drop it down in the comments, because it'd be interesting to read. But there is one idea that I want to share with you guys, and it's something that I've already started. And I'm actually really happy to announce it, but it is going to be my first ever care video. And I'm sure you guys can understand which one that's going to be. You know, what species is that going to be? What is Mr. Grindler going to do first? And that is the Monocentropus Balfouri. So going back a couple years, I remember when I first started doing YouTube, and I remember some comments, and it was like, oh, can you do a care video on this species? Why would I do that? Like, I've just started the hobby, why am I going to do a care video on this? Like, I go online and I get, you know, information from other people, and I ask people as well. And I'm not going to use their information to do a care video. So I've always been big on believing, you know, I'm not going to do a care video. I'm not going to do one. And it's been like, what, 3 to 4 years, and I still haven't done one. But with the Balfouri, I feel like I'm confident enough to be able to produce this video now. I've had them long enough, you know. I've done them many different ways, some ways not so good, some ways good, but I feel like I'm able to give you guys this information. It's for a solo Monotropis Balfouri, and it's also for a communal as well. So 2 different care videos. I didn't want to cram it into one because, yeah, I feel like that would be too long. So yeah, bear with me because I don't want to rush this video if I'm honest. I want to take my time with it. I want to make sure I'm very happy with it. The next thing I wanted to talk about was YouTube comments. So first of all, I want to apologise. I am very, very sorry that I haven't answered back all these YouTube comments for the past couple months, and it's probably going back about 6 months now. And I feel like I've got myself in this sort of hole now where every time I look at it, I just think that's a lot of messages. And it sort of puts me off answering them, and it makes my head like feel all like, woo. Just, it's not good. So I want to apologise, guys. I do read them, and that's the thing. They pop up on my phone. I read the comment, and I should just like and comment back when I read it, but I don't. I'm like, oh, I'll answer it at a later date. And that wasn't very good. It was a bad choice. So yeah, I am sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I want to try my best from now on to just answer them comments back straight away. You know, when they pop up, I'm going to like it, I'm going to comment back, and fingers crossed I can get over the sort of rut that I've got in. But once again, guys, I am sorry because some of them have been absolutely heartwarming. I think that's the word I want to use. Honestly, some of the comments are so kind, but then there's some, you know, horrible ones as well. Like someone was like, you shouldn't be keeping tarantulas, you don't know how to look after them. Like, alright, fair play, my husbandry, you know, it's basic husbandry. I don't do all these bioactive, you know, setups, but I feel like I look after them alright. You know, I pour my heart and soul into these. But you always get some negative comments. So I guess that kind of wraps the video up here, guys. But one last thing I want to say is a massive thank you to all of you watching. Honestly, a massive thank you, because without you guys, this channel wouldn't be what it is. You know, I'd still be posting videos, but I probably wouldn't have the drive that I do. I wouldn't have this community that I have. And it's been a blessing for years. Thank you guys, honestly. You guys are what makes this channel so great. So I'm sure I've been rambling on enough now. So we're going to end the video here. So if you could like, comment and share, that would be absolutely great. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon so you're notified of when I upload next. Don't forget to check out my description for my link for the link tree. It's got all my social medias on there. But Mr. Grindler's done here. So are my creatures, and so are my Balfouris. Here's to many more years on this channel. Have a great week, guys. Peace.